Pirate Nation on X. Itch.io is reportedly removing all NSFW games from their platform due to payment processor demands. This is a little bit concerning. All we talked about a slippery slope the other day with Steam and how certain extreme titles were being taken and removed from the Steam platform. The reason why this is a concern is nobody cares about those games in particular, for the most part, being taken down. The weirdo indie dev games that are just super creepy, that are just like whatever. Nobody even cares about or plays. The concern is when you start doing that, it leads to a slippery slope of then we get to, oh, another platform is getting demands from payment processors, and they remove every single NSFW game from their catalog. This was posted on u/Astelorius, if I can't even say that. Itch.io has now effectively banned all adult content. Not safe for work no longer shows up on search or recommendations. You can only view items with a direct link, which is essentially a ban. It is. Like, unless like a friend is sending you a link to a game specifically, nobody's going to be able to find the games. My game, Heartsworn Abyss, had its views plummet by 99%. If you aren't already an established dev, it's impossible to build a player base now. Your only option is all ages or go home, which you can see what the problem is when you start drawing lines in a creative area. Then people have to start creating things that are not creative anymore. There's no freedom anymore. You have to rigidly follow the guidelines of what's allowed and what's not. And then you can't make the games that you wanted to make. And if the game is creepy and weird, the game's creepy and weird. If people want to play a creepy and weird game, have at it. They're not hurting anyone. This is the same thing as being like, we want to ban gay people. Like, why? What people do when they close the bedroom door is perfectly fine. It doesn't affect or hurt anybody. If people want to play a weird, screwed up video game behind a bedroom door, play it. You're not hurting me with it, bro. Have at it. I don't care. Why are we implementing what people are allowed to play and what they're not? On the official Discord, the creator has left an ominous salute emoji. No explanation was given. Update. Some games have been taken down altogether, not just shadow banned. Noticeably, the takedown notice includes this section. If you plan to collect money for your content, then you must adhere to the acceptable use policy of all respective payment processors that your account utilizes. Accounts that are in violation of our terms are not eligible for payouts. This is absolutely insane. I am genuinely concerned for the future of the games industry, creative freedoms, specifically, but not limited to, the indie developers. What people often forget when it comes to creating a game is a game takes upwards, especially for indie games, upwards of 2 to 5 years to make a game. Sometimes shorter if it's a quick asset flip or something like that. What if you started this game 19 or 20 months ago and you're coming up on launch and it's a little bit raunchy, but it's a fun game, but it pushes boundaries. It explores areas that are maybe a little bit taboo. And you were operating under the expectation that it's totally fine because you go to itch.io, you can put whatever you want there. There's no problems. And then this happens. Then what do? Your game can't be seen or played by anybody. And I agree, Nelson. This is the concern we have. It's not going to stop at gaming, guys. It's not going to stop. Every inch they take 20 miles or more. And they're going to come at YouTubers. They're going to come at anyone who says anything. This is how it works. We've seen this before. It's happening again right now, right before our eyes. We called it out the second we saw it happening last year in Japan with Visa and MasterCard. And now they're doing it to games. This guy seems eternally confused here. This kind of comment is such broken logic. While I hate the idea of companies dictating what other companies can and cannot sell, I am down with getting rid of porn games. But at the same time, I effing hate censorship. Oh my God. Bro. Look in the mirror, my guy. Come on. Couldn't give less of a F about porn games, but I can't stand the sheer principle of what's going on here. Censorship is awful. To be honest, this will just push people into crypto payment systems. Potentially. I will say we do have a random wild update from the collective shout situation and how it's not completely a lost cause. This comes to us from Z Karishi, who, if you're not familiar, is that, which is apparently somebody in Japanese government. And they posted this message here. This collective shout issued an open letter to payment processors profiting from Great That and That on Steam, addressed not only to Visa and MasterCard, but also explicitly naming JCB, requiring particular attention. Again, allegedly this guy works in the Japanese government. Gets quote tweeted by Savvy, who says, Japanese politician calling collective shout out by name. You got noticed, ladies, and I told you it wouldn't be pretty. I would love to send all of my information to this Japanese politician if he wants more. I'm certain, though, just that post alone is illuminating enough that evil losers lurk in the shadows. But it gets better, because he responded and tagged Savvy and said, Savvy, thank you for sharing the information about collective shout. I believe that these escalating movements to restrict expression have the potential to shrink and destroy the global content industry, which how we started off with the itch.io following what Steam was doing shows how the slippery slope progresses. The reality of these movements is still largely unknown in Japan, so I would like to inform the Japanese public and also deliver it to the Diet. Damn. I would be extremely grateful if you could provide me with any information. Oh my God, this guy doesn't know what he just asked for. The extreme autist of MadamSavvy is going to deliver 25 dictionaries full of information to this guy. Being like, here's everything that I researched. I've got a cork board with strings attached and drawing everything together for you too, if you want. I would be extremely grateful if you could provide any information from the content industry or from overseas people who are trying to protect freedom of expression who are reading this. And Savvy wrote back, thank you, sir, for your reply and time, and most importantly, your efforts. I will private message you shortly a lengthy DM organizing all my public research so far and get you any other political ties I have privately as well. Damn. MadamSavvy is a hell of a narc here. Holy. Together, I hope we can make a brighter future for creatives all over the world. 100% agree. And he wrote back, thank you again. I will check the information when I receive it. Let's work together to protect freedom of expression. I fucking love this community. This guy, Michael, if you ever need a translator for a stream or discussion, let me know. Happy to help out. This is amazing. Feels like witnessing history. We are. This is legit history live in action right now. MadamSavvy is connecting with politicians to get the word out of what's happening right now. And it is legendary. Absolutely legendary. So yeah, I'm looking forward to following up on this and seeing where it goes from here. But I have a feeling that this is definitely not even close to the last we hear from this connection. And hopefully we have a resolution to itch.io, bringing the games back for everyone, no matter what the game has involved in it. That would be amazing. Demon Carol says, things just got interesting. They absolutely did. Gamers have to save the world again, as usual. As usual. For us, it was Tuesday. Matt Stanford, I don't think they're sweating yet, but I do think they are aware of what's happening. And I think they do know that if it progresses more, then they will start sweating. But I'll leave that there.